Owaye mama, Braka mamba yongo taking umbrella.
The Inspector General of Police, BYABAKAMA, came out to threaten voters as we head to the 2026 general election.
But on our part, we will not take anything lightly. That's why we are preparing. When you offer us to use our mouth to talk, we shall talk. But those who represent different scenarios, we shall also respond, but in the spirit of protecting the Ugandans. Like these issues of, you see, you belong to so and so, we are going to, I want to assure Ugandans, we are going to protect the Ugandans against those bad intentioned people. I think this one, we don't need, there is no negotiation about it. My only strength is I have the will and strength of the people. We have incidents already, like I think in, not Matete, Rubaga. Some people beginning to beat others because they are in different attires. This we are not going to tolerate. This one, the law will take its course. And that one, really, I need to make this statement so that our people know. Then our people should not panic. Nobody has the power to make someone change what he or she wants to do. That should I move away like the brother of the chairperson? We are going to protect these people.
When we see the speech of BYABAKAMA, you clearly see that they are planning something which can only be understood by the wise men. They are trying to do reverse psychology on Ugandans and voters not to come out and vote in a free and fair space, but also not to come out and ask or fight for their constitutional rights. In that video you saw BYABAKAMA sitting down with the head of the Electoral Commission, BYABAKAMA. Because I wouldn't expect BYABAKAMA to sit down with the police when the police is threatening and intimidating violence on Ugandans.
We are going to protect all Ugandans. Mark my words, because we are committed. And if you also realize, I think the situation has changed. I think you can bear witness to me. And we are going to increase. The only thing is, let our people not get scared. Instead, our people should get strengthened, because we are giving them the environment to be able to do what they want to do. I want to stand on my words. And we are very committed and serious about this. Those who will bring games in this business, please, there are no games in this situation. That's why I'm assuring the Ugandans that we are going to give you the adequate security that you require so that this exercise can take place, and we are committed to that. I thought I should start with that. Even these media outbursts, we are not in games. That's why I think it is also a problem for someone even to begin asking, who is the IGP? It's very clear, passed by Parliament. Now another one tells you, IGP, do you have to take it? The only thing is to help us to get him. And then when we take him to, because we don't keep him by ourselves, we take him to our lords and worships. And we shall continue to do that. And because you see, it's always good for owned is for arm, for wound is for arm. Now that is the message to the bad intention. The good intention to people, we shall smile as much as we can. Those smiles, please expect them.
So you see that the Electoral Commission is subconsciously giving away the rights of controlling election to the police. Because if you come in as a security council when the IGP is threatening voters, when you are the head of the Electoral Commission smiling, it is something very dangerous. How many democratic countries where you see the head of the Electoral Commission addressing media with the police when the police is threatening people? Okay? In fact, right now, police pressers would have been conducted in a lonely place alone, as the Electoral Commission is also conducting its press conferences alone. Combining them together, while the IGP is threatening voters, it is very bad. So the purpose of this video, I've come to discuss the statements which were made by BYABAKAMA, what means for our politics, and most importantly, the certain materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sura Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, if you've been following the electoral process of this country ever since the election started, you clearly see that the Electoral Mission ceded its control to the Uganda police. The Uganda police calls the shot. The day I confirm this is when the CDF Moses Karugawa came out to tell people that after voting, go back home. The next day, the Electoral Mission Church, Simon BYABAKAMA, also echoed the same. Yet the Constitution says 20 meters away. And they were hiding behind that if people stay away, they can be very many, they can distort elections. Laws are commandments. You cannot come out and bring your own thinking when the law says otherwise. In other words, BYABAKAMA was akin to a person who raped a young girl, and when he was told of it, said this young girl was wearing a bikini. So he was justifying the reason as to why he's breaking the law. If you see the Electoral Mission chair speaking the same language with the security forces, when they are not even sided by the law, you clearly see that we are going to more dangerous times. So the press conference we've just seen, when the chairman is sitting down with the IGP, while the IGP is threatening electorates, is something which is very dangerous. To show you this, that even in Kampala, if you move around, the security tankers are starting to move across the country. You may think that you're heading towards a war. How can you tell me that you see tankers, which are supposed to be on the battlefield, moving around the country? Subconsciously, they are threatening the people that, wow, what's happening, what's going to happen is so dire. In fact, here's the that is the tape when even the person was coming out to echo sentiments. Those trucks are supposed to be in a police battle. Those trucks are supposed to be removed when there is something wrong in the country. But to remove them when you're heading to an election is something very dangerous. In fact, I keep on telling people that the opposition side should even gather this evidence in the most unlikely event Genome 7 is sworn in as president, to take them to court. To what extent should the security operative engage in politics, in partisan politics? Because that is threatening the people who are going to vote. Our constitution is so very clear that the security should not engage in a partisan way. In fact, there is also another video where a certain TikToker also phoned them and made us a video that went viral. In fact, here is another tape.
Oh, why, mama? BYABAKAMA yiyo taking umbrella. Mama batuwetegekedde banna. Ekiki bambi temutukuba nnyo mutuyambe. Owaye mama nawe taata taking umbrella. Bannange tuwedde. Naye mugamba buulire bagenda tukuba naye tujja batuwetegekedde muganda wange. Owaye mama nawe taata taking umbrella. Webakusindikira kacupa kakiyagaasi kakwate naawe okabadize taking umbrella. Walalalala BYABAKAMA bazizo naawe waye naye gendolo ne Kyagulanyi.
That is how the security is threatening people. Subconsciously, they have threatened many. Because even today, my mom told me, hey, Kampala is subdued after voting, run away, come this side, stop talking on media. So it means to a certain extent they have affected the minds of very many people. It is the truth. So the reason as to why our elections are failing partly is because of the Electoral Commission Chair, BYABAKAMA, who's giving away his mandate to the security operative, who most of them are partisan. And these things must stop. Of course, as my opinion, many yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabir Sulaiman Mawagali. If you're not to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.